Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Game Masters, a show all about the artistry, and not just speedrunning, but everything speedrunning adjacent as well. I am Fance, and I am joined here with Grand Pooh Bear, who's going to be running Luminescent, and Spelunky 2 for you all tonight. But before we get into that, just a quick announcement. We have GDQ 2022, now just a couple weeks away, if you can believe it. We're running that January 9th to 16th, excuse me. And be sure to visit gamesdonequick.com for more information and detailed dates on the event. But here we are. Fu, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, very, very happy to be here. I'm glad I get to join the VTuber version of you too. You know, we've hung out IRL, but I haven't got to hang out with the VTuber version, which I'm really excited
about. This is the first. I think this is the first. A lot of people are probably seeing this, but
well, no, you know what's crazy? This is the first time I've ever done anything with a VTuber, so I'm pretty excited to have this happen. I'm pretty excited for this moment. This is like,
God, I'm honored to be that person, given there's so many of them now.
I know. So I'm super pumped about it. No, I'm super happy to be here. I'm super excited. Anytime I get to come to Games Done Quick, it's kind of like coming home. Just, you know, it's the mecca and the center of the speedrunning universe. And so always happy to be here, and always appreciative to be on the channel and just get to share with you guys and with you, Fan. You know, really excited to do something with you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the first game we're going to be running today, Luminescent. It's a Kaizo mod for Super Mario World.
Yes.
Which there are so many of them. They've been making these for 15 years at this point, going back to the original Kaizo Mario World.
Yeah.
And who I've noticed on your channel, I've been watching you for a bit. You will have little stints of playing Kaizo. You'll go on to something else, then another Kaizo game will come out, and you'll be playing that. What is it about Kaizo that keeps pulling you back in, reeling you back in to play more?
Well, I think there's a couple things, but one is that you can never. I think it's something that all speedrunners really feel, is that you can never be perfect, or you can never. There's always something to learn. And that's especially true in Kaizo, especially Kaizo Mario at this point, because Mario World is one of those games that is just completely, they have figured it out. They know everything that's going on in this game. So the amount of stuff they add, there's always something new happening in this now 30-year-old game constantly. And just even in the last 3 months, there have been some mind-blowingly incredible hacks, starting with Luminescent and now going into Sonic Saves the World, which was allegedly made by Celeste creator Maddie Thorson. I say allegedly. We don't know for sure. It's allegedly.
Yeah, I think, isn't it even in the
that was made by Maddie.
The opening text of the game, by so-and-so allegedly, in
allegedly,
the game itself?
Yeah. It literally says allegedly, it's just been incredible. It's just a genre. I mean, I love Mario. I love platforming video games in general, and it's just Mario World is a perfect platformer, and people keep adding things to it and keep blowing my mind in ways I never thought my mind could be blown before. So it's just something I will always come back to, no matter what. No matter how distracted I get with Dark Souls, or GTA roleplay, or Spelunky 2, which we'll be playing later, or driving games, or whatever it is that tickles my fancy. I always like to come home and speed run these games, Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to talk about before we get into Luminescent, which is a wonderful fan game for Mario good. Here.
Yeah.
And that is Kaizo difficulty. So this is something that has kind of been a black box for me personally, where Kaizo games, they seem to have a set difficulty to them. Obviously you get some creators that will make a level that takes 20 plus hours to get a first clear on a level. There's just so many frame perfect tricks and everything, but a lot of the really, really solid games that are made, they kind of hit this balance of not too difficult, it seems, but not too easy either. For you, what makes a proper difficulty in a Kaizo game? Is there things you're looking for that makes it more enjoyable for you to play?
Well, I mean, I think it's really game dependent in a lot of ways. I think like earlier I was playing this game called Advanced Shells, and it's full of just like you're never touching the ground, you know, always in the air doing shell jumps. A lot of like what we call item abuse, which is basically just like using a lot of items in a lot of ways that they weren't meant to be used. And like that hack with the flow, you know, you can deal with a 2 or 3 hour long level. Whereas even like something in like this hack, Luminescent, none of the levels took, you know, probably more than a half hour for most of the average Kaizo players. And so it kind of just depends on like per game and how good it is and how hard you want it to be and like what challenge you're really up for in that day. But I think one thing you're really seeing, like you kind of touched on it a little bit, you're seeing these games be made more as playable games now instead of as like ultra challenging or kind of, excuse my language, like just trying to, you know, be like asshole Mario, you know what I mean? You're seeing it now.
I think that's the nickname for the original Kaizo Mario world.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not. I feel like a lot of people are getting away from that and trying to make them like, here's a hard but playable video game. Here's a video game that follows all the quote unquote rules you would have of making a playable, you know, game, and you know, but it's just a little bit harder, you know what I mean? And so we're kind of blessed now that the term Kaizo covers a very large variety of difficulties at this point, and it accommodates. I don't want to say new Mario players, but new to Kaizo players, and all the way up to, you know, people that have now been doing it for 5, 6, 7 years, like myself, you know, who want something that's maybe a bit harder, you know. And so it's just a really great, awesome community now. It's really been fun to see the evolution of how these games are built, because they used to take like, you know, 2 months. Like I think Penga made Dram World in like a month, you know. Wow. And now these games, people spend 2-3 years on them. I mean, you're looking at things.smc was a 3-year game that just came out. Barb has been working on Grand Poo World 3 now for at least 2 years. These things are becoming like full-fledged AAA games. You'll even see like in the credits, you'll see all these names that either contributed ASM, you know, to the Mario Central website, or, you know, contributed music or testing. Like these games all have testers now, you know what I mean? There's literally
it's
Discords.
like a full-fledged game development.
Yeah, and it's like a little community of game developers, and they're all helping out, testing each other's games, getting ideas, doing R&D with each other. I call it R&D, which is research and duplicate, you know what I mean? And it's really, really incredible to see just how far it's come in such a short time. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, I don't want to keep people from the action here for too long. I have one more quick one for you, and I gotta ask Pooh, the mustache, it's looking great. Is there any history behind your choice to, you know, develop this over the last couple of months?
You know, no. So I've basically had the same look for since 7th grade. Clean shaven, because I couldn't grow facial hair back then. I mean, I couldn't really until like 3 years ago. So like clean shaven, you know, buzz cut hair, shaved head. I've been rocking that ever since 7th grade football. Like I got held down by the high schoolers and they shaved my head, right? Not a great story. Not a great story. But after that, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want hair anymore. That's how I've looked for so long. And so one day I had I'd been lazy about shaving, and I shaved in a mustache, and my wife looked at me and she's like, dang, this is hot. And I think she just thought that. I think she just thought that because she hadn't seen me look any other way. So she was just excited about it. Yeah, get a close up in there of it. But now, you know, it's going by storm. I saw Barb's got one now. We're gonna have a buddy cop movie, me and him, pretty soon, coming out in 2023. That's the future right here. The stash it's in right now. I made X-Water shave one in during a charity stream on Friday. Like, it is going to be in. I feel like we're gonna get the mustache men of Mario here very soon.
All right, well, Pooh, not gonna keep you from the action any longer. Are you ready to play Luminescent for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, feel free to give us a countdown when you are ready, and we'll start
All right, let's count it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I forgot how to do the intro.
Wonderful start. You know, we can reset the timer if you would like.
No, we'll go. It's fine. I didn't lose that much time. I haven't practiced this game in a few weeks. I figured like this will be my D-Rust run. So
all right, excellent.
yeah, I figure, you know, we're at GDQ. We don't need to do this game super quick, right? You know, like, we can just do it moderately quick. But this is Luminescent. This is the first hack that Borgiman made, which is incredible when you see how just ridiculously polished it is. This first move right here, this little checkpoint where he reuses this shell, I just thought that was like such a cool move. That like blew my mind the first time I saw it. But this hack is definitely one that I would say like focuses kind of on style and swag and.
Well, yeah, with that Monty Mole with the shades coming right in there, you know, speaks for itself.
Yeah. You need a beautiful shade Monty Mole. And it's just like an incredibly fun hack, and there are a few like right here. This is actually a small time save right there because he wants you to damage boost, which I'm gonna damage boost anyway because I can't jump well. Yeah, it just does some like really cool crazy things, and it's really hard. But one thing that I love about this game, especially if like you're interested in playing this game, it has frequent checkpoints, which is both good for a speed run, especially in a marathon setting like this, and also, you know, when you're a new player. So that's something that I really love about it.
Yeah, watching you play this for the first time, I watched a number of people like Barb go through it as well. And it did like make me want to like go through and learn how to play it because it just looks like so much fun, so creative. Like the way they can take these, you know, 30-year-old mechanics and just modify them slightly and just keep it interesting for, you know, how many different versions you can come up with to do with the shell, to do with this P-switch. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's oh, sorry, slight issue there. I almost died. Yeah, and I think the thing that like really shines about this particular game is the stuff that the vanilla mechanics it kind of does. Right here, we're actually making a bridge for ourselves because if not, we would die. A little bit, I should give a little bit lore background too. Basically, Mario's world is being taken over by these luminescent evil blocks, and they're these little orange blocks you see over the overworld, or any of these glowy blocks you see. Basically, those blocks kill you, and so you're trying.
So that's part of the story, like just these death blocks, essentially. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's kind of the lore, more or less. I mean, there's much more proper lore, but that definitely is the basic.
So these
idea.
Blocks as well, right here, these dark colored ones, same type of luminescent blocks. Hence the name. Okay.
Exactly, and it gets you eventually you figure out who is the through some really fun times you figure out who is the leader of the blocks, you know, essentially. Yeah, stay tuned everybody because it will get revealed.
Yeah. Don't want to spoil the surprise if you haven't seen
No,
this.
I don't. If you've never seen this, you'll really love the end boss fight. You'll crack up at it. I actually missed a small time save right there because I was a little slow, but you can actually skip that top corner water, but and we died.
Well, the checkpoint's right there. It's not too bad. Now, I'm seeing these like little golden SNES controllers here that kind of look like the Yoshi coins. Now, what are those?
Those are essentially reskinned Yoshi coins, but he called them gamer coins. And if you collect all the gamer coins, you actually go to a top secret world. It's a really long, extensive level. So that's what you need for like what would be like the 100%. You have to collect all those coins. And then you go to a level called Pride Land. It was made for Pride Month, actually, that particular level. And it's kind of like a 5-part level that goes through not just like basically you collect like different LGBTQ flags, and each flag gives you each flag gives you a different ability. So it's a really cool level. You should check it out. However, that level is extremely long, and on the interest of brevity and my sanity, because it is a very, very long, very difficult level, I tend to stick to the any percent of this game for that reason. But yes, they are basically, you know, bonus coins, yeah.
There's a couple like just mechanics already that I've seen that are just really neat. One of those, the clear pipes. You know, we saw that. God, what was that? Super Mario 3D World when those came out. Just seeing them in Super Mario World, regular Super Mario World.
Yeah, I think those clear pipes are, they're just so visually cool. Yeah, they're just so visually cool. I love them so much. All right, now this section right here, I'm actually controlling these blocks with my D-pad. So I have to do very specific movements to make that section work. And I hate that section. That's one, I'm really glad to get out of that section. And right here, you can actually
same
gain
right there
P
as
speed.
well, or?
Yeah, you actually gain P speed right there, which is a small little time save. For those who say Kaizo doesn't feature time saves, we got some in this that I got to give GlitchCat credit for finding. Yeah, GlitchCat's the current world record holder in this. He beat my record a week or two ago. DeWild Grimm's also held the world record in this as well. Two incredible speedrunners right there. I will say, Fant, it was a lot easier to get Kaizo speedrun records a few years ago than it is now. There are so many incredible runners from all over the world now that are just crushing it. Yes.
Yeah, you know, one thing I've noticed, not to touch on it too much, but you've been around Kaizo for a while, a number of years now. And, you know, now I see, you know, new fan games come out, and you often show up in the credits of these as like inspiration for, you know, creators to, you know, go through and make levels. I mean, you have, you know, Grand Pool World 1 and 2 from Barb named after you. How does it feel, I guess, kind of like being essentially like a Kaizo ambassador, for a lack of a better term?
I mean, I feel really, really lucky. I mean, Kaizo is just because of the nature of the beast, like it's a very collaborative community. Like it has to be, you know what I mean? Like you literally rely on each other. Nobody makes these games for us. Nintendo doesn't create these. They would never create something like this, you know what I mean? So we're very collaborative and very tight-knit as it is. And it's always really a big honor for me to be named in the credits, or just know that you had a little bit of you can see I'm
Sorry,
chasing
I
the
hadn't
orb
seen this
right
level
here.
before.
Yeah, I hadn't seen this level before. We're chasing the orb right here. And this part's really funny. Oh no, I was trying to get early orb. You can actually catch it just a little bit quick if you get lucky.
But there's no time saves in Kaizo games.
Oh yeah, there's tons. There's tons, and that's the thing. That's the thing. I've heard that like critique at different marathons from people, and there's huge time save. It's just the difference with Kaizo is when we screw up, we lose 1.5 minutes. You know what I mean? We don't, like when I screw up in Mario 3, I lose 4 seconds, and those 4 seconds are devastating. Don't get me wrong. But I lose 1.5 minutes here. It's just as devastating, you know what I mean? It's just as hard to get it up.
Right.
It's just the numbers are bigger, you know what I mean? And the numbers you save are bigger too. And for that matter, you know? It still comes down to like every speed game. Whoever practices the most usually ends up being the best, you know?
Yeah, nice little touch. I saw some of those luminescent blocks on the overworld, peppering it a little bit.
Yeah.
So much attention to detail, like on just the story, like kind of like makes it a little bit more interesting, I'd say, to go through when there's like a cohesive, not really plots, but you know, something tying everything together, you know?
Yeah, now this is, this level's hard, I'll say. This is you have to, oh, I screwed up. You have to get the Yoshis, grow up, and it features a few pea balloon moments, which the pea balloon, if you ever use a pea balloon, it's horrible.
It's very wonky, yes.
Yeah.
I haven't played just like the vanilla Mario World version, but yeah.
Yeah. And there's some, Yeah, some like spitting out the shells and re-grabbing the shells that you have to do there. All right, sorry.
Now, are there
We'll
time
quiet
limits
here.
on the P balloon here? Not that you would feel for other
Yes.
reasons before it goes in, so you can't just lollygag around waiting for an optimal cycle or something. You gotta feel
Exactly. Exactly. Like I mean, a big thing in Kaizo, like style of gameplay now, is, I mean, not just now, but always, is you never get anything extra. You never have extra time. You never have extra items. You have nothing extra. That's like kind of one of the cornerstones of Kaizo. You know what I mean? If you see a P block, you use the P block. If you see a shell, you need to use the shell. Like nothing is just there for show. All right. And then so basically we were just trying to eat all the berries. Sorry, I did a pretty poor job of explaining that one.
So we got a mushroom, and then just for the Yoshi ditch, and then the mushroom check at the end.
Yeah, we're just trying to eat all the berries right there, because if you eat it, and that's a vanilla mechanic as well. And like a lot of these things that it's abusing is vanilla mechanics. Like basically he's just causing damage to get you out of the P balloon thing. And that's something that makes this game just so incredible, is just the way it doesn't really like lean too heavy into the chocolate. There's no like double jumps or things like that,
The boo block. I like this chomp just like eating away the platform.
Those little the little arrow right there, he actually prevents you from getting P speed, which I thought was like a very cute little nifty way to keep everything on point, timing wise. No!
Oh no, Yoshi.
I'm gonna blame Yoshi for that one, chat. That was the punishment for leaving Yoshi in the last level.
I forget which fan game it was, where it's just there's one level where you get like 5 Yoshis or plus Yoshis, and every single time you're only on Yoshi for like a split second just to get that double jump, and then down into the void he goes.
Yeah. We all know, I believe Yoshis are tools, not jewels. They're there strictly to help Mario achieve his dreams. That is all a Yoshi is truly good for, is to help Mario achieve his dreams. Nothing makes a Yoshi happier than sacrificing its life for Mario. Right here we got a little sideways chomp vine action.
Now, holding the shell on a vine, that's not vanilla behavior, is it?
Yes, you can, but you have to toss it up in the air.
I see.
Yeah, you got to toss it up in the air to do it. And now we get a little boss fight here against Daddy Chain Chomp. And this is like one of those cool things, and just like this is like one of those moments where you're like, man, Super Mario World ROM hacking is in such a dope spot, like our fan games, they're just so cool. To be able to do like just entirely new boss fights like this is just the best.
Yeah, has this always been a thing, or have like boss fights being implemented into the level design like more of a recent trend in the Kaizo community?
The last couple years, I mean, I think that it's just more people are trying to expand the creativity, kind of like Kaizo gameplay or like speedrunning itself. Like everyone's like the creators are looking to one up themselves and one up each other. You know what I mean? Like once something's been done, like how do we one up it? How do we go higher? How do we go better? How do we go bigger? Which is just a common thing I think you're seeing, Yeah. And not only that, we just have so many incredibly talented people that are willing to help now. People that are programming and just, exploring this game all over the place and putting in different enemy, pixel art and enemy behaviors. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This
definitely.
level, yeah, this level, the gimmick of this level is that everything is stuck in a wall. So Mario World walls are notoriously not, and this one's probably the hardest level in the game too. I screwed up. But Mario World walls like make, like when you get things stuck in a wall, things do really funny stuff. And so basically, anytime you throw a sprite, it's stuck in a wall in this level. And it's
So like the
gonna
only thing
end-
that can actually move through it is Mario or something you're holding. Yeah.
Yeah, me and whatever I'm holding at the time. I forget. Okay, I remember what I'm doing here.
How many of these levels, like when you're first going through these and figuring them out, you've never seen anything before, how difficult it is to like just know what to do at certain points? Like,
Well,
this room's weird. I was like, what do I do here? Does that ever happen?
oh, all the time. Yeah, I mean, all the time. It's, I mean, it's kind of like playing a puzzle game in some ways, for some hacks, just to figure out the setup, or what's possible in those setups, especially like ones that don't feature a lot of ground. Games that feature, this game has a lot of ground, which you're pretty lucky in. So this part right here, Yoshi's, if you know what Yoshi's do inside walls, they just go up. So you get some really funny reactions to Yoshi. And this is a very awkward section, but it's so funny and silly that you had to put it in the game. You know what I mean?
Are we working towards another mushroom with all these berries?
Yeah.
God, it's just so fun to watch going through it.
Yeah. It's so silly, and I love it so much. And we send Yoshi on his way. We actually skip that goal and go to the second goal there. That first goal would be death after the goal. So
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's like
it's
your
so
punishment
silly.
for thinking you could bring Yoshi across the finish line, it seems.
Yeah. You can't take Yoshi with you. You got to let Yoshi ascend onto heaven.
Yeah, this fan game in general, like even the overworld, like there's so much like uniqueness to it. Just it's all like just handmade essentially. Here we go. We have a brand new world, not just like the basic Mario World overworld map connecting the levels. It's so neat.
Yeah, there's so much this. I mean, you can really tell. Borgie Man, who made this game, is also a artist, like a comic book artist.
Really?
And yeah, and you should all check them out. Follow his Twitter, follow his YouTube. He does a lot of great things. He's amazing. Like he has this like, it's like a Mario Garfield mutant little comic strip he posts on his Twitter. It's super cute. He has a video talking about like the music in this game and why he chose songs, and a video of him doing a playthrough of it. You should totally give him a follow. He's great. Super awesome guy. And like I said, this is his first fan game he ever made too, which is even more mind-blowing to just come out the gate and just
Pretty dang good for a first thing.
yeah. I mean, this one is otherworldly good. And funny how I actually found this game because somebody retweeted his tweet about it, right? And the reason I played it is he made box art for it. So
Wait.
like, yeah. So there's like literal box art for it. This is lucky I get to actually reset this part. And I was like, well, if a guy's gonna take the time to make box art, right? He probably took the time to make a really good game. That was my thought process, And sure enough, that was super accurate. It's a very good game, like very, very, very good game.
Love just Mario there, just still crawling through the fence.
Yeah.
Even after the goal.
Now coming up in this next level, there is actually it saves about a minute. You can skip an entire boss section. like an entire boss fight. I've only done it one time just because I just saw it a couple days ago and I haven't run it since then. The only time I've done it was right before the stream here. I got to give Glitch Cat credit. Again, he's the current world record holder. I got to give him all the credit in the world for finding it. It's such a, oh, I died. It's such a genius move, and I hope I can pull it off. Because it's so genius. And it's one of those moves that you're like, why didn't I think of that? You know what I mean? It's like totally one of those ones where it's so, like, it's so simple and smart.
It's always easy in hindsight, right? Once you know the thing, it's like, of course that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like going through a puzzle and doing some type of puzzle, and you finally find the solution after hours of thinking. It's like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's like everyone's playthrough of Portal always. Why didn't I think of that?
Or better yet, just a mechanic you use all the time is like, wait, you can use it that way?
Well, I'm just gonna waste all the time save on dying here anyway, so. Obviously you all can see the gimmick of this, but something that I really love is like that little like scrolling screen. I don't know why, it just has kind of like a very Mega Man feel to it, you know? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just gonna keep dying here. That's all right, we got time.
Yeah, the timing looks pretty tight getting through these gaps.
Yeah, we got time. Oh, thanks, wife. My wife just brought me a snack.
Oh.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Now, did you bring enough to share with the class?
Definitely not.
Fair.
There we go. Now this guy's gonna, yeah, he does like a little move right there. All right, now if all goes well, we're actually going to take this and early kill this boss here and skip basically a minute of the game. There's this really cool section. As you can see, like Mario can't get through there. What I can do is throw that through there and kill that boss, and that skips this entire, it's actually a really, really cool section where Mario sets himself on fire, and like you have like a little on fire Mario sprite that's running away and has to get to water. And it's such an adorable, super cool section. It's a shame we skip it. But right here, I will say right here, there is a hint about the ultimate final boss on this page as well. For those who haven't seen it.
Triumphed over the sneaky Mega Muncher by exploiting his one and only weakness, turning into a coin, huh?
Yeah. Well, except we didn't do that. Yeah. And I gotta give again massive shout out to Glitch Cat because he's the one who found it. And once I saw it, I was like, it was like one of those ones like, oh, why didn't, you know, this was such a good, simple, smart move. It was like so genius, you know, and yet so simple and so perfect that I got to give him all the credit here, you know? Oh, God. Those are the best skips, though. Like when you have a whole community doing things and then you just find like something like completely simple. Oh, I miss it. Like, I don't know if you know how the SMB3 community figured out what Hammer Brother has which item in its hand.
No idea.
Have you ever heard this story?
I have not.
So for years, I mean, you know, Mario 3 is just one of those, like, you know, it's one of those super task games, you know what I mean? Like one of those just like completely like been explored games, yada, yada. But for years, we didn't have an RTA way to figure out what item was in the Hammer Brothers' hands, because you don't want to kill every Hammer Brother in the warpless run, you know, you want to skip some of them. But you do want, the ones you do kill, you want some specific items from them, you know? So for years and years and years, nobody had a way to figure out what item was in their hands. And then one day, a viewer watching Mitch Flower Power's stream goes, hey, doesn't the one with the hammer always start off on the screen facing left? And that's literally all it was. And so we just figured out. So right when you start, right when you go back to the overworld, each one, you know, depending on what they have in their hand, or depending what item they have, will be facing a different way. And so a viewer just never even played Mario 3 found that out. Yeah, a viewer in chat.
That's great. It's kind of reminds me of some stories where, you know, some non-speedrunners just doing a casual playthrough of a game and then they find some weird skip just by pure accident. And then all the speedrunners look, it's like, wait, what? You could do this? Oh my gosh.
What was the one BJ found? Didn't BJ find like a credits warp essentially during a casual playthrough? Somebody in chat's
I'm not entirely sure on that one. Yeah, maybe someone watching.
Yeah, someone in chat's gonna remember that story. Backseating can be helpful. I know. One thing to note, it is every time I pick up these little SMB2 mushrooms here, it is a frame perfect trick technically, but it's just me pressing buttons, so it's not that big a deal.
But you just got to press the 2 buttons on the same frame.
On the same frame. But as a speedrunner, we are required to say frame perfect trick and act like it's a lot harder thing than it is, you know? I see you OOT speedrunners out there with your 15 frames per minute tricks.
Hey, you know what? It's still frame perfect. It's just
still
there's a lot less frames to worry about. Yeah,
just,
you gotta sell yourself.
Exactly. Oh no.
And speaking of sell yourself, Pooh, this is a fantastic run so far. I'm sure everybody watching is enjoying it. What can we find over twitch.tv/GrandPooh these days?
Well, you can find hot mustaches. You can find lots of Mario games. The game we're gonna be playing later, Spelunky. I just got a racing sim wheel because I'm a nerd and want to do some racing sims. And most of all, you know what you can find? A good time with a nice, welcoming community. Aww.
Oh, that's so.
Oh, and I've been playing some Fall Guys lately, man. I hadn't played Fall Guys in a long time, but I'm like back in on Fall Guys. They have so much good stuff on Fall Guys now.
Yeah, a lot of new stuff coming out.
Dude, that season 6 and season 4, I hadn't played since season 3. And season 6 and season 4 are both awesome. I really like them both. Season 5 is meh. Okay, here we go. We gotta jump off this chalk. I screwed that up the first time.
Okay, so is your first instinct like to use Yoshi there? Then you come into this room and like, oh.
Yeah. This is also a really silly boo fight. You're just like mass spamming things at him, but I think this is a really silly, fun way to do boo.
That didn't look too bad.
No, it's a really, really funny, silly fight. I mean, I will say, like I said, this hack is not, it's not like an extreme hack. This is a very playable, really extremely fun made hack. I really think that any level of gamer could spend enough time to do this hack. Honestly, it doesn't feature a lot of the crazy tricks. But at the same time, it is a very endlessly challenging hack. The speedrun of it is super, super fun. There's a lot of cool skips, as you've seen. It's just really, really great game. Yeah. This is one of the most. Yeah. What is that mushroom saying? I don't know.
I can't read that language, whatever it is.
Yeah. Like, I truly think that this is going to have a deathless run, which is not very common in these types of games.
Notice some cute level names as well. This one's called the CN Tower.
Yeah.
There's those pesky luminescent blocks just taunting you.
Yeah, and you see the... Oh no! I'm dead. We'll try it though. We'll try... Oh no, I didn't! I caught up! We got lucky.
Was the goal here, progress through the level with the soft timer being the vine?
Yes.
To get there in time to manipulate whatever you need to do in order to make that work?
Exactly. And then right here, this is actually a really funny moment because there's 2 spots where you actually slow down, which is just something you don't do often in these types of games. And sometimes, and this is something that I would love to express to newer Kaizo creators, like making Mario slow down is actually really important. Making Mario hesitate can be a tremendously big deal in your level design. As much as you want him to always go right, having just a quick change of pace, I think, is wildly important.
That was a blast of a level to watch there.
Yeah, yeah, they're all so good. I know. I almost wish I was dying on them a few more times just because they're so good. This has actually turned out to be a pretty decent run. The gimmick here is that you always have P speed, so flight's automatic, which I just want all my flight levels to be like this now.
Yeah, so for viewers who may not be aware, what is P speed? Like, what does that mean in the sense of Mario?
It's essentially like the speed where Mario can fly, and in earlier games, like Mario World and Mario 3, it's also where Mario goes faster, like physically, kind of shifts into fifth gear, for lack of a better term. And so P speed is essentially the fastest mode that Mario can travel. And so what you're looking for in Mario 3 and Mario World speedruns, more or less, all the time.
Oh, and the name, of course, coming from Mario 3, where there's a P meter and a P wing that has this effect on it.
Yeah, and there actually is a P meter in this game as well. You just technically don't see it. And the way they measure
Nintendo,
is different. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought Nintendo was so silly putting in these clear pipes in one of their games. Like, yeah, I know. Why do we need to see what Mario's doing in the pipes? You know, what's going on, Miyamoto? And then it turned out to be really dang cool.
It turns out,
it's so cool.
Yeah, it turns out it's like the best thing ever. And you can see this level is just this level is just so cool. I thought just the amount of extra stuff you can do because you're always flying is really fun. And this one right here, it's actually what I thought was really cool was he plays a few tricks on you. So you need to not hold jump in a few spots on that level, which basically the rest of it you've just been holding jump because you fall. You just physically fall off items. And if you fall and you're holding jump, you're gonna go right into flight. So it kind of just changes it up, your gameplay a little bit on that end level. You kind of like self-troll yourself almost.
Wow, just
yeah, it's very.
I'm always
very
impressed
cool.
seeing like a clean run through of any Kaizo level. Really, it's just
Yeah.
to get to this point. You know, maybe one of these days I'll finally stop talking about it and actually, you know, give these a shot.
You know, the biggest barrier to entry I think that most people have with these games is their own like mind, if that makes sense. You know, like I really truly think like I'm a firm believer that anybody can play these types of games. It just might take you a little bit longer than it takes someone else. And I think like a big problem is people tend to compare themselves to the people that have played these games the longest instead of people that have been, you know, are kind of newer to these games.
Wow, this section right there, that looked brutal.
Yeah, that one's really hard. You're basically trying to not get squished. And that went pretty good.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
You've had a number of these levels just going through Deathless. Like, props to you for pulling it off.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we did just pass the world record. Actually, I think it's 32:33 now. So, yeah, Glitch Cat just has a tremendously good run in there. And now here we are at the final level.
Yeah, terminal climb. So going up, got that nice
Yeah.
rainy mood.
Yeah, and one thing to note, you can't touch the, oh, shnikes, you can't touch the sides of a falling box. When the box is falling, if you touch it, it will hurt you.
Really?
Yes, I don't know why, but I think it's just to make them more, you know, more menacing. You can't like kind of like drag the walls as one wants to do.
Yeah, it'd be definitely the first thing I would try.
Yep. And then here it kind of wants you to self-troll right there. The cute little self-troll option.
Oh, you defeated the blocks. Let's go.
Not yet. Not yet. Mario figures out a way to start fighting the blocks. But we all know the king of the blocks is coming. And I don't know if you guys know who the king of the blocks is. Shout out to Joseph, and Jaws, and Jonas, and everyone in the classic Tetris community. R.I.P. Jonas.
Is this a one-tile gap to maneuver through here? Wow.
Yeah. Then we get, oh no, I didn't get the sticky fly. I didn't get it. Oh, I screwed it up. That's okay. We're on the last level. You can do it. We're on the last level. We want to extend this out. You know what I mean?
Make sure we don't finish too fast, right?
Yeah, I got to get all my TV
is.
time in, like you got to get. So then people are like, oh no, I died in my run. I'm like, baby, you got more time on GDQ stage, Enjoy that time. They say that, and everyone that's ever tried to keep the schedule in GDQ is just like, you shut it. And then right here you see the ultimate boss. Chat, that's right. It's Tetris. And secretly, Tetris has unleashed these blocks upon the world to show that Tetris is the superior game. I'm not even joking. That is the lore. That is the lore of this game.
You think your little question blocks can compete with us, the legendary Tetris pieces?
Yeah, the Tetraminos are serious about their status in the world.
How nice of them at least to tell you where they're going to be falling.
Yeah, that is. It took me. I definitely didn't die for a half hour before I realized that. And now, of course,
yeah, you thought it was too easy.
Yeah, now we get up to level, what is it, 20 when it starts going really fast. The same thing here. You can't touch the blocks like as they're dropping. Only after they've dropped. Coming up, this jumps so hard. Oh, yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, that Tetris piece is just a little long. Makes that jump very, very difficult. The screen scrolling, the Tetris piece is coming down. You're moving up. There's another jump just like it right afterwards, so it's definitely the hardest part of this last level.
And it's cool how it also has like the left and right constraints to like look like the Tetris game itself as you're essentially climbing to the top. There you go, nice.
Yeah, but then I missed the second one.
No.
That's how it happens
I spoke too
sometimes.
soon.
Yeah, it's how it happens. Exactly. You can't, the Mario gods will punish you if you ever compliment your own gameplay in a Kaizo game.
Well, this is going to be an easy level.
Yeah, as soon as you say that, the Mario gods smite you. There we go.
All right.
All right, and then the only way to stop Tetris is to, for some reason, I gained the ability to pull these mushrooms out of my butt, and then you just got to stop the Tetris pieces from downloading. And there it is. You overload the Game Boy, and you peace out. And then, of course, and this is something that I've really loved in Mario Mario fan games lately, is the escape sequence, which is just utterly necessary. I'll give Grand Poo World 2, really we gotta give the love to Super Metroid, but
you got 3 minutes to escape.
Yeah, but Grand Poo World 2 did it, and since then it's been something that's been kind of become a standard in fan game, creation, and I'm a pretty big fan of that personally.
Yeah, it kind of feels almost like the encore level, right? It's like you've beaten the boss, and now you're doing the encore. Super exciting stuff, and like gives you a very satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, I think it feels like important,
I love like the mushrooms you've been rescuing coming in to save the day. It's all connected.
Yep. And then and then these fall, and the water comes out, and that's time.
GG. What a run. What a game.
That was really fun. Really great run right there. Really fun. Again, Luminescent's amazing. SMW Central has like your access to all these, the portal into this little world. You check out SMW Central. It's amazing. The Mario World community, the fan-made game community is just so incredible and so amazing and so welcoming to everybody. So definitely check them out,
Now we got your official GDQ time for this of 40 minutes and 25 seconds. So, that was all right. I think that was an okay time.
It was okay. It was not my best, not my worst though. Not my worst,
Yeah, well, GG Poo, that was just a fantastic run, start to finish. Really awesome one, and there we go. The Borgie Man, Borgie Man,
the Borgie Man, like Boogie
Man.
Man,
I want to make sure
Borgie Man.
say it
Yeah. Don't worry. I still think I say it wrong,
I love this, like the inspiration, like all the games that have come before.
Yeah, and you'll see here, you can see, and I love this credits too because it's just one big auto level. Like it's just this really cool auto level that goes on. And you
so
can
this
see
level
right here,
was made, this is just an auto level made so you have a cool credit sequence.
Yeah, exactly. And you can just see here like all the people that contributed something to this game, through ASM or, just something you could download. I mean, you're looking at a AAA amount of names on these games now at this point, which is kind of wild and kind of crazy.
Yeah, custom graphics, custom coding, all the stuff that has to happen to make these work.
Yeah, it's really kind of mind-blowing and just shows like how cool the community is and how collaborative everything is. And we always need more people, like, because you might create the coolest new setup that we're all going to use one day. So I mean, like just like the music ports, because you got to have custom music now. Like you can't just have Mario music anymore. You got to have the custom music. Yeah, you can't just Mario music.
Yeah, but he's talking to you, chat, right now. Maybe you.
And then right there, if you
right
see,
here.
like, we were talking about it earlier, like I'm lucky enough to be in the credits right here for it. So along with Glitch Cat, Carl, Barb, Ryu, really, really awesome.
Was that a surprise the first time you played through this? Is like just seeing your name pop up there?
Yes, yeah, for that one. And you can see too, he kind of goes through almost like literally like everybody in the community, which I thought was really, really cool and very, very awesome moment,
Yeah,
Maddie
just a professional looking.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw Maddie
even.
Makes Game in there. You saw Maddie Makes Games in there. Shout out to Maddie. We love Celeste in the SMW community.
I saw the Beast in there. Recognize a couple of these names. Very cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. And of course,
and the people on social media.
Yeah, the plug. And you know what? Not enough people do that. If you make a fan game, plug your Twitch stream at the end, guys. Plug your socials. Plug it. Yeah. Like, do that. We actually have a joke in my community that if it's a perfect game, I rate it a 9 out of 10, and then if it thanks me in the credits, it gets a 10 out of 10.
Now, in your eyes, is this a 10 out of 10?
Oh, this is a 10 out of 10. This is an 11 out of 10. This is one of honestly one of the top 5 hacks ever. My microphone arm just fell off my desk, which is hilarious. Like just now,
all right,
right into my hands. Yeah.
That's perfect timing because as
a quick break.
we got in here. We're going to be going into a quick break as we get set up for Spelunky 2, and Pooh gets the mic arm reattached to his desk. But before we go to that, just a couple more quick announcements for everybody. And of course, everybody watching on Twitch, be sure to check out any Hotfix shows you may have missed. You can find that on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to join us over at twitch.tv/gamesdonequick to check out our live shows starting most nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. And while you're there, Hotfix is funded in part thanks to your subscriptions and bits. So, please consider subscribing to help support any future broadcasts. But don't go anywhere. We're going to be taking a short break. We'll be back soon with Spelunky 2. And welcome back, everybody, to Game Masters. Again, the show all about the artistry of speedrunning and everything speedrunning adjacent. We just got done watching the awesome fan game Luminescent, and we're going into something a little bit different, Spelunky 2. Before we do that, though, I want to remind everybody, GDQ Some of Best Segments is a new highlight channel with small highlight reels for all of our main events and Hotfix shows, like the show today. So shortly after this, you'll be able to see, some highlights from that. You can do exclamation point highlights in the Twitch chat to learn more and point you in the right direction. But now back to the action. Pooh, Spelunky 2. I know some about this game. It's a roguelike. It's very difficult. What are we going to be seeing here today?
You're going to be seeing, what we're definitely going to be seeing is me dying. Like, that's one thing we're definitely going to see. This game is, like you said, it's a roguelike, but it is like a brutal one life. You get what you get. All the levels are completely random every time you play it, so I've never seen any of these levels before. And it is just an utterly unforgiving, ridiculously brutal game. And on top of that, it also, at its longest ending, it has 3 endings in the game, and its longest ending adds about 84 levels onto the game. So it has one ending with 20 levels, another ending with 24 levels, and then another ending after that with 100 plus levels. And we're gonna be going for that. Yeah, we're gonna be going for that here today, which it's gonna take a little bit of luck. It's going to take a lot of timing. We're also going to be trying to do it in the traditional sense, which means we're not going to be cheating the system at all. There's a few ways to cheat the system. We're not going to do that. We're going to be doing it in a traditional way, but mostly we're going to see me die.
Okay.
That's definitely what we're going to see.
Sounds good. Well, let's not waste any time. We'll get right in there. We'll put 90 minutes on the clock, and we'll see. Can Pooh reach 799, or will Spelunky 2 remain victorious? You're gonna find out right now. Pooh, count us down when you're ready.
We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now the way Spelunky 2 works, like when you're speedrunning Spelunky 2, this is what's really great about it. A, it has an in-game timer, but B, you don't really know what run you're going for until 1-2, so until the second level, and that's when you start getting items, and you can see what items you get. But there's a lot of like little small things about this game that make it so fun and so addicting.
I noticed there was a character select at the beginning. Does that have any impact on the game itself, or is it just an appearance?
No, it's just appearance. But don't get me wrong, Coco is the best. Coco and my boy Jay are the best. Everyone else is garbage. I believe that it affects. I believe in my heart of hearts it affects at least my luck.
Like the mental game is also huge in these. If you have this nice face staring back at you, maybe give you some motivation.
Yeah. Now the first thing, what is going on? The first thing I need to do here, I have like this weird line in my screen, which is weird. Am I not? What is going on here? It's like
if it's on your monitor, it could just be start and restart, because some monitors have a pixel shift issue. There's power down the monitor, power it back on. Real-time tech changes. It wouldn't be GDQ without it. Don't worry about it. We'll get this fixed so Pooh can properly see the screen.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
Fix it. Yeah.
Done.
It fixed. Luckily, though, that doesn't even take time off my run. Because again, in-game time, a beautiful in-game timer. Now what's unlucky is I just really screwed up and we might die. Right here, these are shopkeepers.
Wait, did you just steal everything from that shop? Was that a
Yes.
gun he was coming after you with?
Yeah, he was coming after me with a gun. Yeah,
It's
you
like,
don't
oh,
want. So now, because I stole everything from the shop at the bottom of this level, he's gonna be very angry with me. Right here, this is an altar that you can sacrifice live enemies to. And oh, I screwed up. That was a bad move. I don't know what I was thinking there.
Okay, but you're still alive, so there is health.
Yes, there
It's
is
not
health.
you get hit by anything, yeah.
Yeah, there is health. You have 4 hearts, but the hearts don't really matter. Very rarely are you going to die from hearts, although it does happen. And considering right now I only have 1 left, it seems likely.
Yeah, these spikes, they definitely wouldn't be one-hit kill spikes.
Oh, they're one-hit kill spikes. Yes. This guy right here, this friendly enemy, he's a one-hit kill as well. There's just a tremendous amount of one-hit kills in this game. Come on. So right here, you actually have your first choice in the game. And if we go left or right, depends on what the next area we go into.
And that's just manipulating that guy to
Yeah, we
roll
want him
through
to
an
take.
open one.
Yeah, and that way we don't have to waste any bombs. So we're gonna go save this doggy right here because we saved the
It's
doggy.
such a cute dog.
Yeah, he'll give us an extra heart if we save the doggy.
Yeah, I was worried the fate for all of these animals would be to be sacrificed on an altar. It's such like a cute looking game and art style, and you get in, and within 2 minutes you're doing a blood sacrifice on an altar. It's like,
Yeah,
wow.
it is very cute, but it is not it's not friendly. It looks cute. We're actually gonna let that guy escape. He's called a helping hand. He doesn't really help much, but I do want to sacrifice him to another altar if I get a chance, because ultimately what you can get with those altars is it's the Kapala cup, but it's just a blood cup. And once you have filled the blood cup with all the way up with the blood of your enemies, you can drink that and then gain an extra heart.
Very nice.
Yes, which, like, you know, naturally what you do with the blood of your enemies.
Now, naturally, you know, this game appears to be divided into a number of rooms. You thought of as stages or just rooms. So are the goals pretty consistent between these rooms? Like, are you doing one specific thing every time, or are there a couple like options to get through a room?
There are options in certain levels. See, like this level right here has the drill. So I'm actually gonna use this drill. So to get to 7099, you have to do a series of special moves. You gotta get a crown. I'm gonna have to sacrifice my character. I'm gonna have to get the only extra life in the game and then use it. But the first step is gonna be right here to go get a crown. And so I have to do that drill. Now, I don't know if you heard that drill actually drilled through a shopkeeper's shop. So they're gonna be even more mad at me than they are.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, getting robbed, destroying the roof, like that's a lot of structural damage. Definitely
yeah, they're not
cheap.
happy. Not happy about that. So I'll probably have a shopkeeper waiting for me at the end from here on out. Right here, I just got an item that is ultimately going to be the death of me. It's a teleporter. And as you see, I teleported into the wall.
This is going, all right.
Yep. And as
So
you see,
that's
I
a
just,
run right there, or?
That's a failed run. Failed run.
Okay. So now are we back at start?
Yeah, we are all the way back at the beginning. So if you die, even as quickly as I died, and that was actually a pretty good setup. We had a lot going on. You're dead. You're it. That's it. Yeah, you die, you're dead. And then you start and you get all new levels essentially every single time.
Oh, it's just the adorable pug again.
Yeah, I had to use him as a shield, a meat shield there for that arrow though.
Do the animals also have health as well when you're like you're escorting them to an altar?
Yes, the animals have health and everything in the game is subjugated to the same rules you are. So creatures can do damage to each other. Literally nothing is special, you know, in this game, which is very fun about it. Everything has a rule. You know, nothing is quote unquote unfair. You throw that for good luck. That's just a little shout out to my friend Hectique for that one. It's just the best, the only time you hear that little gong noise in the game is throwing that guy right there.
Now, that boot you picked up, was that like a double jump?
Not a double jump, but just a jump higher.
I see. Is there like a limit to like how many things you can get? So you have to like pick and choose between like the power-ups and other things you want to use, or it's kind of just like an overall stacking as you progress further?
There's passive items. Like if you look up in the corner right now in the HUD, you can see I have a few passive items on right now, and then there's active items like that gun or the boomerang. Each passive item has some sort of downfall. Yeah, each passive item has some sort of downfall. Although I will say the jumpy boot probably has the least downfall.
Yeah, the teleport, rapidly left and right. I could definitely see the downfall on that one, but this boot seems pretty solid.
Yeah, the boots are pretty solid, and the sticky bombs are like dang near necessary, honestly. As you can see,
does that work on any terrain? Like, it just blows up anything, or are there like certain blocks that you can't?
There's a few blocks that you can't, but mostly there to block everything out in the subworld. So quick note, the shopkeeper's no longer mad at me because I just robbed them. I didn't commit any violence when I robbed them. So they only stay mad at you for a level. However, if you commit violence upon them, they stay mad at you for a little bit longer, and it makes things a little bit rougher to get through. All right.
Now, for a minute, I thought like landing in that pit or something was going to be instant death.
No, but the lava's instant death. That little crusher up there is instant death. I'm gonna get these guys to come visit me because I want to sacrifice them.
It's like, oh yay, new friends for.
Yep. I killed them, but that's okay. You can still sacrifice them. They're just not worth. Basically, each enemy or character has a certain point value, and you got to get 16 points to get the blood cup. These dead cavemen have 1 point. So I have 8 points right now. I just got an item. That means I got 8 points. So I need 8 more points, essentially. And when you sacrifice live things, it's worth more than sacrificing dead things.
So this pug, for example, how many points we're talking if you get them there unscathed?
8.
8 points.
Yeah. Now here's the problem.
Is starting to make sense.
Yeah, here's the problem. If you see there was an altar right here, and since I just drilled through it, oh, another nice drill though. Since I just drilled through that altar, I actually just lost points because I drilled through that altar.
Oh, because yeah.
So if you destroy the altar, you lose points. But there's also little things like if you kill the altar enough times, you get a ball and chain on you that makes it really, really hard and really, really, really hard to move. If
that's awesome.
There's a secret character named Beg, who will oh, come here. So this right there, that's Dracula up there. I gotta kill Dracula, and he teleports when you hit him. So I'm trying to get him to teleport into the wall like I did earlier.
I'm now playing Castlevania. Wonderful.
No, yeah. Oh, come on. Get in the wall, my friend. Let's go over here. There we go. And the reason we did that is because now we gain his cape. Now we got a double jump.
Oh, you got the high jump and a double jump.
Yeah, and we can float. And the coolest part about floating is if you float, you can actually float right on top of the spikes. And as you see, otherwise you can't land on the spikes.
So what happened to those enemies right there? That usually happens to you.
Yes.
But not anymore. That's such a creative mechanic. Like, it makes sense that that's what would happen if you just barely, descend into the spike.
Yeah, these little robots, they blow up if you hit their top. Otherwise, they're indestructible. There's lava monsters that are like super ultra rare that's pop up and spit out lava. One thing about Spelunky is every time you think you're safe, you're definitely gonna die. So we just saw me do the first part of the puzzle where I have to get a crown. If you see above my heart, I now have a crown. Now the second part of the puzzle is talking to my friend Tun here. And Tun is very mythical, very special, and she runs a fledgling carnival business in these caves. These caves that are located on the moon, by the way.
Oh, we're on the moon. All right.
Yeah, I should mention that. We used to just be in caves, but for some reason we're on the moon in this game.
That was Spelunky 1, you know. But you
Spelunky
gotta,
1 was just caves, exactly.
You gotta up the
Spelunky
ante for the sequel.
Yeah, but this arrow, this bow right here, is unlike any other bow in the game, and you will see other bow and arrows in the game, but this bow right here is something else. Now the arrow inside of this bow, completely generic and pointless. Does not do this.
Well, it's not.
Does not do the bow
There's
justice.
a point on the arrow. You know?
Well, yeah, there is a point on the arrow, but it's not that exciting, is what I'm saying. There's gonna be something more we have to do with this bow. Oh man, I just lost a lot of health there.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is this just like, you know, tanking damage for speed, or?
Oh no, this is bad. I just realized how bad that was. So right here, this is my buddy Beg. Shout out to Beg. We have Beg emotes in chat. If you destroy that altar, Beg actually hooks you up, as you see right there, with some bombs. And I mean, not to spoil things, but Beg also does can also lead to some other very, very, very cool interactions. We're gonna steal all these bombs from that guy because having a lot of bombs is a very, very good thing. But there's another crown that only Beg can give away. And it involves destroying his altar and getting cursed. I'm not gonna get into that because we're not gonna do it tonight. Just know that this game is like extensively full of secrets, chat. Like extensively full of secrets.
And we got Olmec here.
Yeah, Olmec, and Olmec was the main boss of Spelunky 1. Still, you know, still very heavy in the lore of Spelunky 2, but he definitely gets some upgrades here because we're on the moon, and Olmec is actually being inhabited by aliens now. So he went from a mythical creature.
He even got anti-grav pads.
Yeah, the anti-gravity pads. Little lore note too, like there's like a hover pack that you get, and it uses the same pads for you. So that's a little continuity thing right there. Yeah, the category we're going for, chat, is just hope we beat it.
Yeah, this is brutally difficult.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Yeah, so we just put timer on the clock, and we're gonna see, you know, how well Pooh can do with the time we have with us today.
Yeah. And what's worse about this game is it's kind of like, I always say, I think A Link to the Past is one of the hardest 16-bit speedruns, you know? And this game has the same thing, whereas like, you don't really realize how hard this is until you do it. It's kind of like Link to the Past speedruns. You have no idea how extremely hard they are until you do it. But hopefully I'm gonna make this game look really easy, but I'd imagine at some point you're gonna see, we're gonna get exposed to how brutal things can be real fast, you know? Oh. If I could get a blood cup, we'd be really in business right now.
Now, does every level have an altar, or are there just some instances where it's like, oh, yeah, there's no altar here?
Completely random, yeah. Like everything else in this game, everything's random except for this boss fight. This boss fight level, not random. And yeah, the boss fights aren't random, but everything else is completely random. All the level structure, so. It's very hard.
The boss is gonna be the same order every time as well, or?
No, so it's always like you're always going to the same area. Like you start dwelling, and we'll be taking the same area every time. But
and
after levels 1, like World 2 can be one of 2 different areas. And we'll check out the other ones just for fun. And then here after, this is World 3. So World 4 can either be this, which is the water area, which is significantly easier, but does not have the items that I want. And then this, which is the temple area, which features the item I want, but is significantly harder. Another thing to mention is that right there, what we just acquired is the Unk, which you can see in my heart. That's actually an extra life. We don't want to use that extra life though, because we're actually going to want to sacrifice our own body here very soon.
This person looks pretty friendly here.
Yeah, this, yeah, we're just going to try and kill her. And then hopefully we can get a blood cup right. Oh, no, not yet. Now these levels, the pyramid is definitely the hardest thing. Those cats up there, if they hit you, you automatically go to 1 heart. You could have 99 hearts, but you automatically go to 1. Yeah. And then there's basically thwomps. You can see a cat hit that thing. It's cursed right now. Those guys are poisoning you. That gator right there teleports. And then these thwomps, yeah, as you can see, those aren't friendly.
Just a room full of death is what it sounds like.
Yes, it's a lot of unforgivable death. Now, this is the guy we need. Oh, I can't get hit. Okay, and we're just gonna get out of here. We have 1 heart left, and we essentially need to go. No, okay, this is bad. This is actually like super bad what I just did. So I need to get down there into.
Oh.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, that's the room I want to go into, and then I need to get this. This item right here is essential to getting through 799. This is going to prevent us from getting cursed or poisoned. 1 time. And the reason we want that is that getting cursed or poisoned is the most common way to die in after 100 levels, because it's just gonna slowly kill you. So
There's
here,
no way to cure it once you get it?
No, not once you're in World 7. You can't cure it anymore. You can cure it before World 7, but not in World 7. So we just got that. We did a little bonus game. We got that. So right now, everything's looking pretty good. Everything's looking pretty good. But we're gonna have the 3rd part of a puzzle coming up here. We're in the City of Gold. Actually, I guess this is technically the 4th part. And right here, this was really fun when I was learning it. Because we were playing through all these game blanks. I love a good puzzle. But you actually have to physically sacrifice yourself on this particular altar. And then because you have an extra life, you're actually going to be resurrected in what is kind of like a version of hell, essentially.
Wow. And this is 4-4.
Yeah, and so and then this version of hell is going to give us 1 item that is going to be instrumental in getting to 799, and I'll show you what that 1 item is here in a second, hopefully, assuming nothing goes bad. That's an indestructible enemy, that snake guy right there. Don't want to mess with him. Watching people the first time they come here and die to that snake, always fun.
So surely you've never died to this snake. Yeah, no,
Tons of times.
Yeah.
Well, the worst is like, usually like they'll drop lava or something. You see like that lava drop? That's like what's really bad about that snake.
And now we're fighting Andros.
Yeah. Okay, so we just got a jetpack from that item. This guy right next to me is a butthole. So this item right there, that's the one we want. Now we get out. That item is going to come into use in like 3 levels. So we'll go back to that item right there. But the cool part about getting out of hell is we always get a jetpack getting out of hell, and we get the next item we need to go along in this puzzle. This is the ice caves. This is one of the only biomes that's in both Spelunky 1 and Spelunky 2. It's super cool. It also features the absolute best song in the game, but it features these little like free bombs you get there, and these aliens. You can really start to see the alien invasion going down.
I can't tell by watching here, but do you have to deal with any ice physics?
Yes, you do have to deal with ice physics, and it's really helpful in there. Now you see this guy. Sorry, I should have explained. That guy up there actually physically holds your items through like basically teleports items you need through the game. And the reason he does that is because some things are kind of built like more multiplayer in mind, and he kind of cheats to be an extra player for you, essentially. But you did
that's one thing we haven't touched on. Yeah, is that this game does have multiplayer, and so how does that work if you die in multiplayer? Is your character done? You're watching your friends go on.
Depends what level you die in, but yeah, there's after World 7, I think you can only resurrect twice in World 7 or beyond that. Okay, now here's where things start getting really serious.
Now what happened? We just finished 4-4. Now we're in 6-1. What the heck did I miss?
The ice caves were 5.
Okay.
Yeah, the ice caves were 5. So you just have 1, 5, 5, 1. Now, something I should mention about the jetpack is the jetpack is a big old bomb on my back. And you have to be very careful about that. So you don't want to get, you know, any fire on you or any of these explosions. We're going to use a lot of bombs here because I have a lot. And if you, because this is a rogue-like game, if you don't use them, you lose them. Like literally, that's how it works. I want to kill that turkey too.
Yeah, do these, it's like, I see all these animals here. Do they provide any other purpose other than rescuing or moving on to like the blood altar?
You can ride them. You can ride them and they'll do things like double jumping or other stuff. Depending on which one. There's one that teleports. There's one that shoots fire. They all kind of start off your enemy. You have to tame them and they run around while you tame them, which is a bit of RNG. The turkeys also, oh, this is, so every level is, this is garbage, by the way. Every level is randomly generated, and some of the randomly generated modifiers you can get to a level is dark mode. And to have World 6 in dark is just very, very difficult. So this is not easy. Okay, right here, chat, we're gonna go to our items. Remember that item we acquired? We're gonna go find it. And the Tablet of Destiny says that a smiling servant of gold marked by the snake shall open the door. And that door is where we want to get to. So we need to find a gold smiling servant with a snake on it, essentially.
Is that something that's like randomized where it could be any number of options? You have to go find it.
So basically you have a 1 in 100 chance if you don't get it. So, and people have not gotten the tablet and hit this 1 in 100 chance.
Now, what happens if you pick wrong? You choose poorly.
You get nothing. You get nothing, and essentially you don't get to move on. So that's a gold snake right there. What's really embarrassing is these elevators can actually physically crush you. And so oftentimes they'll be sitting, you just won't be paying attention, and one of these elevators will just get you. I think that's our smiling snake, smiling gold snake right here. Yes. It happens to everyone at some point. You're gonna get crushed by an elevator. It's embarrassing every single time it whoa, it just almost happened to me right there.
I saw that coming. I thought you were a goner.
I thought I was too.
I'll be honest, I'm not seeing the snake here in this art design.
I mean, you just gotta roll with it. You know, it's snake-ish. Okay, so we'll show you what happens here. So after that, this is gonna hatch. And now we get a mount that can just fly forever. It can shoot fire. This is a very, very, very good mount. The problem is I need to keep this mount alive for this whole level. Oh, which I just almost let him die right there. And the other thing I need to do, also while I'm doing this, is I need to prepare for what's to come.
Is this a bouncer for a club?
Yes, so there is a club, and there's a lot of lore to the club. There's a lot of lore to the club, but right now what I'm gonna do is I'm basically setting aggro and going in and out of the club until that bouncer dies, and then I get to take his shotgun. And then we're gonna let these bouncers kind of, you know, not practice gun safety, clearly. And yeah, so they get each other. And then the next time, not this time, but the next time, nope, not that time.
Are you fully invulnerable while going in and out of the door?
Exactly.
Is there any frame that you're weak and susceptible to hits, or is it like you're set?
No. Oh, I didn't see him. I didn't see the other bouncer.
Oh, that was so powerful. Just
the
explosion of the gun. Yeah. All right. Well, 6-3. Richard, if you want to put on high score right now, 6-3.
Dang, that was a good run. I was set up too. I shouldn't have done that. Oh man. The reason I wanted to do that though was there's 8 free health, and then I could have got a blood cup from it too. So such is Spelunky.
This game again is brutally difficult.
Oh, it's so hard. Honestly, just to get that far is farther than a lot of sessions go for me. Oh man, and now we're all the way back to the beginning. All that, and now we're all the way back to the beginning.
And that's Spelunky.
Yeah, something I always suggest is getting all the crates in World 1 that you can. Well, assuming you can.
And what are in the crates?
They can be any item in the game, but usually it's ropes and bombs, and bombs especially are super important. Ropes can be really important if you don't have like a jetpack or the red cape. Ropes can get super important, but the way we're going, we should always get a jetpack. So we're just gonna steal that guy, and the way I steal from him is I just hit him with a rope, and that. We're gonna die. Okay, this is bad.
Does that not count as doing violence to the shopkeeper?
No, because the rope does the violence. I know, it's very subjective. Yeah, I know. Oh, he got caught. You can do like a clean steal, and if you do like a clean non-violent steal, you actually unlock another character who gives you 3 ropes later, and will also give you a lot of money if you follow like her little storyline. She's a thief in the game, so she's so my bad puppy. Just she starts to respect your thieving skills. And there's like a whole little mini storyline with her, which is like part of the really fun game is like all these kind of like inconsequential little characters you find.
Yeah, it seems like there's so much. Like,
There is,
I'm just looking through like one of these levels. It seems like such a maze getting through this. Like, how long did it take? Like, how much practice and runs have you did? Like, where you got the hang of like, okay, you know, this is looking like the place I should be going to.
Oh man,
this looks promising.
Yeah, it was hundreds of hours. I mean, this is my only game I played for like 2 or 3 months. And oh, that wasn't good. Something that I should note, like about this, like I'm one of the better Spelunky 1. I was one of the better Spelunky 1 players. In this game, I don't think I made it to World 2 my first 2 nights playing this game. Spelunky 2. And I have a lot of hours in Lunky 1. A lot of hours in Lunky 1. And this game is just brutally hard, even if you're a Lunky 1 veteran. And not because different physics. Everything controls exactly the same. It's just there's so many more items, and it just gets that much more difficult.
Does that web just like hard stop the shopkeeper or other NPCs?
Yes. And there is like a web gun as well. All right, so there's a thing up there. Oh, whatever. That's nice. So I always use rope instead of bombs if I can.
Is this just the Mario World cape right here that we got?
Essentially, except you can't fly with it. Something else here I'll show you real quick is like each level features these like booby traps.
Hey, I've seen this one before. That's where you like replace it with the bag of sands and nothing happens.
Oh, I thought I died right there. So you can get extra money. Like if you don't want to kill the shopkeepers, we're actually gonna go to, since we did our first 2 runs, we did we're just kind of item juggling here. And as you see, the enemies can pick up items, which is really cute. Oh, excuse me, sir. This isn't good. Yeah, this isn't good.
It's like, I finally found you.
Oh, no. Yep, they got me. Such is life. Such is Spelunky.
I'm glad we're getting the full Spelunky 2 experience here.
Yeah. That's the thing. If you're gonna be a criminal, you got to abide by it. But really, like, essentially, there are times where I won't steal from the shopkeepers, and I'd rather just buy things. But if they have a lot of bombs, those big bomb boxes, like, you have to get them. They're just so useful in a long run, especially once you get to World 7, because World 7 has its own kind of unique, like, way of doing things. Oh. Oh no!
Oh no! Well, so I'm glad we got to see this. That's what happens
we gotta
when the
switch to my boy
jetpack gets
Jay.
hit.
Yeah, we gotta switch to my boy Jay. Yeah, it is a full bomb on your back.
Yeah, I think we got a prediction up in this one. Was this the run? I think it ended too fast before the voting was able to end.
Yeah, we usually wait till I get to 1-4 before we start the run.
I think we could abide by that here. Well, after this one, once we get to 1-4, and I guess let us know when that happens. I'm looking at the tiny number in the top right. Like, just give us like, okay, now is this gonna be the run?
Can I afford that? No.
A lot of these deaths are very entertaining, at least to say the least.
Oh yeah, and they happen so quick. You don't even realize they're coming half the time. Like you think you're in full control. You think you got a full setup, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're going down.
Now, is there ammo on this gun, or can you just fire at will and not have to worry?
You can't fire. There's a slowdown, but no ammo. Yeah. And Spelunky 1 was very much a game where you kind of just like the idea was in Spelunky 1, like, get the jetpack, get the shotgun, and win. Whereas Spelunky 2, the jetpack comes with a lot more, because it's a big bomb on your back. It just comes with a lot more difficulty. And the shotgun, they kind of prevent you from just taking the shotgun all the way to the end by forcing you to pick up other stuff. Oh, he's 360 no scope. Maybe we shouldn't steal from the shopkeeper. Maybe crime doesn't pay, chat. Yeah, maybe crime doesn't pay. One thing you can do, you can just use that shield and just crush them. Yeah, or anything else.
Now, does this alert other shopkeepers? Is there
they're mad at me now. They're gonna be mad at me.
They're seeing the vital sign, right?
Yeah. Well, I just
one of them goes dark.
Yeah, I just crushed the key too, which is not good. So we had to restart. Needed that key.
Now, one thing I gotta ask: is there any sort of fall damage, like if you're going down?
Yes, there is fall damage. You can essentially fall like a screen, and fall damage amplifies. So the longer you fall, the more hearts you lose. So you can do like a instant kill one if you want. Not if you want, obviously. I'm assuming you probably don't want to.
Most likely not, though I am the least bit curious what the animation would look like falling from a great height. I don't know, is it going to be like an explosive occurrence, or, you know, you're just going to...
It's not as exciting as you're hoping, yeah, unfortunately. All right, so I need to get
now, is there like a canon main character that you're supposed to be in Spelunky?
So the Spelunky 1 is Guy Spelunky, and Guy Spelunky is married, and they have a daughter, Anna Spelunky, and I think they have her after the events of Spelunky 1. And then at some point in time, Anna's parents get the urge to go treasure hunting on the moon and abandon their child because they're bad parents.
Naturally.
Yeah, they're, you know, and she gets worried that they haven't come back, you know, that they don't come back from the moon. So then she heads to the moon herself to find them. And so Anna Spelunky is the, I guess, canon character. in here. But every character has kind of their own, like, you know, reasoning or storyline, and they all come from a different. God, come on, buddy.
This shopkeeper is so aggressive.
Dude, he is working, and that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah. So like you find different characters in different biomes, essentially, you know, and they all have their own little reasoning for being there. And then once you find them, you all move into the little home base of the moon, which acts as kind of the starting screen. I screwed that up. One other little piece of tech I actually want to show here is we always turn our back to whip, most of the time to whip things, because the back whip is instant. If you see, the whip goes backwards, it's hitbox. And also you get a diagonal hitbox with the whip, whereas the front whip, you don't get a diagonal hitbox. So those bats, you pretty much always are killing the bats with a backwards whip shot. It's just a little like small piece of tech.
One thing I really like as well is like you're away, the shopkeeper can't see you, but he's just up there. He can sense your presence. He's just blasting everywhere.
He's angry. Yeah, he's angry. He doesn't like it. And the shopkeepers are erratic, but not necessarily like RNG. They do, like if you're below them, they go down. If you're above them, they jump up, type of thing. And when you jump, they jump.
So a basic simple AI to them, make them difficult to deal with, of course.
Yes. But their right and left movement, that's pretty hard to deal with. This guy right here, this is Yang. He's the only guy that's in Spelunky 1, and it's technically Yang's brother. But Yang, for some reason, who was in Spelunky 1, he was like just kind of obsessed with treasure, and in this game, he's obsessed with turkey. I don't know why. I don't know like what his special deal is, but you can, it's really weird. You can give him, there's 3 turkeys in this level, and you can give him 3 turkeys. And then the only, and I'm not even joking, the only thing that happens if you give him 3 turkeys is he becomes later on, he'll try and sell you back 3 turkeys. And I don't.
It's a 1-4.
yeah, so here we go. We can bet now. So I don't really know.
Let's get that channel point prediction up. Will this be the run? And sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
No,
keep going.
Yeah, I just don't really know what Yang's purpose is, and I've always really thought that Yang has more to his story. But I can't prove it because I've never figured anything else out.
Now, throwing the bomb on this boss, we've seen this a number of times now. Is that like the way to end this segment?
Yeah. So you want to, I mean, you can just avoid him and just, you know, leave if you want. But he has a bomb box and a piece of turkey meat, which everyone knows turkey meat on the ground, if you ever played Streets of Rage, is health. So that's why you always want to kill him, just because you get the extra bombs. And the bombs are hugely important. Here, we'll try and mount this guy.
Oh, is that like a less impressive version of the one we got like in World 6?
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and explode that up. So as you see, if we grab that, it just drops lava on you.
Ooh. Getting hot in here.
Yep. Just gonna sell the shopkeeper that thing. All right, so what we're doing right here is we're getting this key because we want to unlock the only person that can kill Dracula, which is, everyone knows, Van Helsing. Well, this game has Van Horsing. Where is he? He's right down here. Van Horsing. And Van Horsing, the thing about Van Horsing is he's in a bit of gambling debt, all right? And so he gets locked up by the owner of that club we were actually breaking into earlier. So he's locked up. So we break him out. And in exchange for breaking him out, he's going to actually murder Dracula for us this time.
The lore in this game is quite amusing.
Yes, it's very, very extensive and amusing. Oh.
Was that another altar getting destroyed down there?
No, that wasn't an altar. Just the, as you can see, there's just fire leaking everywhere, which is just not ideal.
Oh, and it even spawns enemies and lights the rope on fire. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that cool though? Like it's like that's like one of those video game things where you're like, that is so cool. What's funny
Yeah,
is
I love when stuff
yeah.
makes sense. Like, yeah, that would happen, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What's funny is even in Spelunky, oh, they killed a shopkeeper with it. In Spelunky 1, it lights ropes on fire too, but I didn't find that out till like 2 years after playing Spelunky 1 because there's just not too many spots where it would actually happen. Oh, this is okay. Okay, well, I can't take lava because lava hurts me. This is just a very the setup's not fast. I guess I would say it's a very time-wasting setup right here.
But look at that, the fire blob. It's even cooking the turkey for you.
Yeah, it cooked the turkey for me. Thanks, fire blob. If we had the blood cup, there is actually an exploit to get us 99 hearts. Not that that makes us invulnerable to death by any means, but it definitely helps. Oh.
Now these little tiny bats, these are not Dracula, just like his
no,
his underlings.
They're just vampires. Yeah, just normal everyday vampires. And then Dracula just got killed by Van Horsing, as you see. I took his Dracula gate. I'm gonna release all these. They're called helping hands. I'm gonna politely call them indentured servants, but I think there's a better term we could use for them. Essentially what they are. The game calls them helping hands. You do find them locked up in a lot of shopkeepers' dungeons, though, I will say. All right, so we are going to acquire the bow again. We need this bow. This bow is a hugely important item. We're gonna have to use it to kill the very, very last boss. And that last boss is gonna take us to another dimension.
Oh.
Yep, we're gonna go through hell, then to another dimension. So it's a lot. I never really, like, here's the thing is like they drip drop you all the lore as you're playing this game for months and months and months. And I'm just kind of like, just bombarding you guys with so much of this game's lore all at once. It's very intimidating when I say it all like this.
Yeah, so we're in 2-3 right now. I know you mentioned it took, you know, a number of days just to get past this point the first time you played it.
Yeah.
How long did it take till you like first got to World 7 and then after that, you know, 799?
Oh man, it was probably a month between the first time I got to 7 and then 799. Yeah, I was stuck for, there was so long where my first one was to 715 and that was my PB for the longest time, and then I hit 750 and then the next day I finally got the 799.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got a little lucky.
You're making
there.
my heart jump.
Yeah, we got a little lucky there.
Now is the shopkeep still gonna be mad at you in this level, or are we past the? You
I
know, he's had enough rage and is gonna forgive you now.
No, I think unfortunately, due to the drill, drilling right through his home, he's not gonna forgive me this time.
So is that like the rest of the game, like even beyond World 2? It's just the shopkeeper's always gonna be after you.
I think I need to go 8 levels without inflicting any violence, which is gonna be very hard. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. This jelly gives you extra, yeah, this jelly gives you extra health. And the more health we get, the better it is for us. All right, all right. That's nice. All right, now we're back at our friend Olmec, and we're gonna try and dispose of him as quickly as possible. There is actually a cute little Olmec skip where you can go through the top sewer you actually exit out of. We're not doing that just because we're trying to do everything the traditional way.
Yeah, we had a number of comments about, you know, like, why not do onk skip? And, you know, that's
Yes,
the
that's
answer
why.
to it right there.
Yeah, that's why
no
we're not going to
skips.
do onk skip. Yeah. Yeah, just for the integrity of the 90-minute run. My goal is to do a 799 90-minute run. Which, for the record, the world record's like 46 minutes, I think. So even that's like still relatively slow, but you know, 90 minutes traditional route is kind of the goal. Because I respect Derek and respect his Derek's the guy who made the game, Derek Yu. I respect his integrity. This is bad.
Yeah, can you get in there?
I think so. Yeah, we're good.
Do a little bit of coyote time in there.
Yep. All right, we're gonna get that. Oh, hey, puppy. I didn't mean to hit him right there. Chat, please don't be mad at me.
Yeah, while we're going through here, we do have a question from chat. And
Okay.
do any of these levels have a time limits to them?
Yes, they all actually have time limits to them. 3 minutes, and then a ghost actually comes and chases you, and the ghost progressively gets harder the longer you evade the ghost. So 3 minutes, and every 30 seconds, you lose 30 seconds to be in the level if you're playing multiplayer. So you actually lose 2 minutes if you're playing 4-player.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you'd have 1 minute to clear a level.
Yeah, and multiplayer is crazy too because you can hit each other. You know what I mean? You can shoot each other with guns. Like there's, like all the rules still apply. You know, so yeah, multiplayer is definitely its own beast. Oh, this is bad. This is a horrible section. We're just trying our best to avoid these swamps.
Ooh.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, we're maybe safe. We're maybe safe. Okay, we're safe.
Oh.
Yeah, that was luck. Thank God we had that 18 health right there. Can we move you all the way over here, bud? Will you come over here?
The shopkeeper's like, I need to finish the job.
Well, violence. Okay. We're going to do some things. This is bad. No, I didn't mean to go in. Oh, well, we missed an item. That's okay. That's not gonna make or break us, but it would have severely helped. All right, and we head back to hell.
All right, it's like we never left.
And we're poisoned. Ah, that's the worst thing that could have happened. So what I'm
how
gonna
does
try.
poison work?
It just basically is gonna slowly drain my health. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to try and collect as much blood against enemies as I can. So I can get as much health as I can until I can get rid of the poison.
So there is a way to get rid of the poison, just it has to be done before World 7.
Yes, it just has to be done before World 7. We need to sacrifice guys at the altar. Oh, okay.
Oh!
You know what? Sometimes the Spelunky gods just give you luck.
You know, the highlight reel of this is going to be filled with, you know, close deaths or deaths.
Close death or death, yeah. Exactly. No, 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 stop, stop. Oh my God.
Into the lava pits.
Oh. I need a bite of food after that. All right. Back to level 1. Back to level 1. And that's
All right,
Spelunky.
Yeah, and I think we have time for one more good run before.
doing it.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut it off. But I believe.
Oh yeah,
Right
I
here.
believe as well. I believe. I have the utmost faith in us right now. Man, it's not really worth stealing for that one bomb bag, but I also want that one bomb bag. All right, hold on. Did not get the setup I wanted. Gotta manipulate some RNG. There we go. Much better shop.
Oh, it was just right there. Had the particular item set you were looking for?
Yeah, I wanted a lot of bombs or an early jetpack or shoes. Either of the shoes is good. Okay, well that just didn't seem fair. There's a
Alright, we're
lot
still
going
alive?
on there. Yeah, there was a lot going on there. This game looks like you would destroy your controller. That's why some players play with keyboard. This game is one of those ones. It definitely rewards the patience. But something that's super great about this game is you're gonna get better at this game by playing. You don't get like your character never get stronger. Your randomness is kind of always the same. You just get better at this game by playing. And so one thing that I really love about it is you can really just tell, like, I've improved at this game, you know? And that makes it really, really fun. And that makes it super addicting because you can always, it's the ultimate one more, you know, vibe to it. Dude, I need you to go higher. Like, can you jump over this? All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got lucky there. So you see right there, I feel forgiven. That means the shopkeepers have forgiven me. All right, let's go this way this time, man. We haven't seen the jungle yet.
This is just like the level type.
Yeah,
to
so
right?
the biome. Yeah, the biome is what you're picking, left or right. Basically, you pick left or right and top or bottom in the 2 times you pick bios. Sorry, puppy. Remember, people, your puppies are your friends. So yeah, this is another bio, and you can get the same stuff. But instead of fighting Dracula, we're actually gonna go to a market in this one. Now, the advantage of this biome is you're pretty much guaranteed pace. The downfall of this biome is, in my opinion, it's a lot harder. And you don't get the double jump like you do in... I shouldn't have used that. That was a bad move. I needed to keep that. I didn't realize that was my last one. You don't get the advantage of a free double jump like you do in the volcanic biome. These guys right here, those are one-hit kill guys. The Venus fly traps, they just hit you. And there's also these kind of bear traps that are one-hit kill that we have to watch out for, that are super gnarly.
Can the boomerang be used to activate the traps?
Yes. I think. What trap? I'm trying to think of what other traps I'm gonna see on here. So just like the other biome, we're just gonna go ahead and get the mythical bow that we need. Ropes. I need some ropes, so hopefully this has ropes in it. That's nice. That was convenient. The game giveth. These little scorpions right here, they can actually poison you. They're one of the worst enemies in the game. They also leap at you. Something to be note here. You can hit that. You see how that block fell?
Yep.
You can actually get crushed by that block if you're not paying attention. Watching people die like that is one of my favorite things about Spelunky. I can't tell you how much I really love watching new players play this game. Yeah. Oh my God, I didn't.
Wait.
I was looking at chat. Yeah, that was an accident. That was not.
That was
not. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Right there, I was looking at chat. We got time. We got time for one more. I was looking at chat right there and totally forgot I had moved that box over. That was not me exhibiting what could happen. That was literally an accident. Yes. I just want to.
Right after you finish the explanation too.
Yeah. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, it's like you don't need to watch new players to get this type of action. You could just get, the veterans right here.
Yeah, new
right
players
now.
and players that aren't paying attention. That was absolutely a noob mistake. Yeah, I will 100% agree. Noob mistake. The good news is the RNG gods blessed us with a jetpack right here, so. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. I literally just looked over at chat, totally forgot it was over there. Because you have to get rid of you have to use the entire pickaxe to get rid of that mini game. Or you're just stuck in it. Oh, that's not good.
Everybody, we are actually watching the GDQ show, The First Step, where we do first playthroughs of games.
I deserve that. Oh. New player and veterans alike, I should have said. Oh, man.
I'm glad we got to see it, though. So.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I guess. All right, here we go. Come here, buddy.
God, holding on to the ticking time bomb just always...
That's very nerve-wracking because bombs are one-hit kill. I think they do 30 damage, the bombs do. Technically not one-hit kills, but it's very rare you have over 30 hearts. Yeah. I want to go to the jungle, so we're gonna go to the jungle. You can actually drop the dogs off in any door you want. The jetpack
that counts as rescuing them just via any door. That covers that. Who knows what's beyond that door? Some scary things a lot of the time.
Okay, now remember how I told you about the character that respects people who steal?
Mm-hmm.
This is her right here. You're good, but are you good enough to steal from Madam Tusk? Madam Tusk is the owner of the club. So basically she wants you to race her to steal from Madam Tusk. The problem is that you leave her alive, no matter what, she's gonna beat you. So to finish off her storyline and get the Madam Tusk's jewel, you actually have to come back and shoot her. It's kind of messed up, but that's how you finish her storyline. So yeah. Spelunky is not a friendly world.
Now, this jetpack you have, is any damage to it gonna blow you up, or is it specific attacks?
It might be 10 damage. I don't remember anything. Sorry, say that again.
The jetpack you have, if you take damage from anything, does it blow up, or is it specific attacks that cause it?
Things that would make sense for a giant gas-filled jetpack to blow up from. So, like a fire arrow or a shotgun. Those would be things that would make logical sense, to blow up a jetpack. A lava monster, things of that nature. Yeah, things of that nature. See, so like right now, I'm just trying to kill the pickaxe here. So it's like a time where I'm like not paying attention, and then you can clearly see how you might.
I thought that was an enemy at first, just coming in to say hi. No, your helping hand.
Yeah, helping is a strong word for what they're doing. Right here, that thing.
Oh,
I can't believe he didn't fall on that bear trap. That's a one.
Did he activate the bear trap for you?
Yeah, that's a one hit. That's a one-hit kill. And sometimes the bear traps, they hide behind this little grass piece right there. I don't know if you can see this little foreground grass piece that I'm behind.
Yep.
It's the most unfair thing in the entire world, but you can always see like a sliver of the bear trap, and so the game justifies it in that way. It is so, like, dying to that is funny every time you watch someone else do it, and painful every time you do it yourself.
Yeah, I hope you didn't just spark that into existence for this run here.
It's very, it happens all the time. That's a very common way to die from, to die in this particular level, and on speedruns, because, you know, speedruns, you're not always paying attention to what you're doing right in front of you.
So these spikes, the less menacing spikes, that like do like just a little bit of damage versus, you know, one hit kill?
Yeah, it does one damage. So right now, because we're not gonna kill Dracula, we're going to go and get a different crown. And the only other person in this universe that has a crown are the shopkeepers. And you have to go to the shopkeepers' super secret black market that they have here. This is a top secret black market. Chat, please remind me to get the bow when we're leaving here. I oftentimes forget the bow. So we're gonna buy all the bombs we can so nobody blows them up. Because the bomb bags.
Look
and
at
bomb
this,
boxes,
actually buying items from the honest shopkeep.
Yeah, we're gonna buy them up. Well, there's a reason we're buying the bomb bags, because they will blow up from gunshots, and we're about to have our fair share of gunshots here.
Oh, don't forget the bow, by the way.
I won't forget the bow, but you can see right here that basically the idea is just cause mayhem and let the shopkeepers you know, kind of just funnel them all into a corner. And then you know, order 66. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. I got so lucky on that one. No! No! Oh my God.
He came from behind. Don't forget to get the bow, Pooh.
Oh yeah, I know. So
yeah, you are good to do another one, by the way.
We are good. We're good for one more.
You're
okay,
good.
I'm gonna go
You're
fast.
good.
I'm gonna go
I'll
fast.
tell you
okay.
when you can't.
Okay, I'm gonna go fast. We're good. One more. We got to do one more, chat. We need one more. We can't end on that. Oh. I got order 66. And that's the thing, you know, with the shopkeepers, like everything in this game, it's all kind of a reward. A reward or not reward. All right. We're gonna kill the shopkeeper that way that time. So you can see this is the shopkeeper's dungeon right here. What did he have in it? Look at that. A human being.
You know, the shopkeeper kind of deserved that. Wow.
Right? You guys feel different about me robbing the shopkeeper now, don't you?
This changes everything.
That changes everything. There's actually like a fan-made add-on called Spelunky Roulette, where you can predict like what the player is gonna die from, and it's very fun. Yeah, you guys feel now all of a sudden you guys are like, oh, thank God you've been killing this man.
Like your friend now armed and dangerous. Man, look what you just. You know, who's the real villain here, Pooh? Who's the real villain?
I think the different.
Taking my chances with the shopkeeper's dungeon.
Yeah, I will say, I just sacrifice with no regard. for anyone's life.
Oh. You know, what if all these, helping hands are remnants of player characters runs past?
I mean, that would be good lore. I'm just having fun right here, just killing these guys and trying to get blood. I'll put that away. I really don't need it.
Our turkey friends are back. I remember this level, the 3 turkeys, the guy who loves turkeys. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna bleed these turkeys out though, so I can steal their blood. I know it sounds worse than it is, Chad. I promise. Use that caveman to get that trap. And carry this out. We're not going to be forgiven at all in this level. Yeah, it's going to be a long time before we're forgiven again, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but we did freeze that first shopkeeper and murder him. I didn't kill that guy. He's still there. Oh, I did kill him.
Oh, yeah.
I did kill him. My bad. Sorry about that.
Drop the turkey for you.
Yeah. This is a good. Tell you what, this is a good dwelling here, chat. 17 bombs, a blood cup.
8 health. Yeah.
The only problem is that we had to kill a shopkeeper to do it, but such is life. You gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet, right? That's what they say.
I just now noticed the wanted poster in the shop. That's such a good little detail.
Yeah. Where did he go? So we have the I always call it the boss key, but you see we have the skull key right there, a nice Zelda skull key.
Yep.
Yeah. One of the many like classical kind of references this game has. No,
it doesn't open up any doors.
No. Get away. Throw me away.
Oh.
Okay, we're good. We're healthy. We're healthy.
You could have stayed there even longer if you wanted to.
We're healthy. Come over here. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got lucky that we only got thrown and never got shot. All right.
Now, 2 arrows. Are there 2 shopkeepers down there?
No, so the arrows actually are one of my items. It's the compass. I have the compass, and that shows you where the exits are, which is super helpful, especially when you're just starting. Super helpful when you're speed running. Okay, buddy. What's over here? Oh no. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and kill these shopkeepers. We're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna take him and throw him in here. Now, if everything goes to plan.
We got another shopkeeper. Just so many of them.
Yeah, they say at every exit, whether it's a secret exit or not. That's not what I wanted to do. All right.
Got him.
Oh, so we're gonna spend a little bit of time in here because we're gonna actually use an exploit. So the vampires, hopefully if there's enough in here, the vampires also have their own blood cup because they're vampires, right? Why would they not have essentially their own blood cup? They regain health just like I do with a blood cup, okay? Now, when you have Dracula's cape, you actually get double the blood of your enemies. So, if you can get 2 vampires in one area, which we're gonna try and do right here. Other vampire, come here. Yeah, we're gonna try and get 2 vampires in one area, essentially. Follow me up here. Follow me up here. Yep, come on up here. Come on up here. Oh my goodness. No! Oh my goodness. All right, well, the exploit was gonna be me. The exploit was gonna be me using the vampire's own blood to regain health for all the vampires if you get 2 of them. And then I was gonna gain the health too, and we were gonna get to 99 health. And yeah, obviously, clearly that didn't happen, so. One more.
All right, I'm gonna ask Richard really quick.
No, we're
Richard, is it all right if we do one more? And we got the okay. One more is fine.
One more.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
All right, one more.
That one was, you know, you guys are really getting this full Spelunky experience, which I'm kind of happy. And this is how most Spelunky nights go. It's like, oh man, this run's going so well. And then it's not. Yeah, I got exploited right there. That's what I get for trying to cheat the game, chat. Which brings me to my next thing. Don't use glitches, chat.
This all could have been fine if you just respected the vision of the game.
Respected the integrity of the game. That didn't count.
I'll allow it.
I was gonna run.
I want to hear it, chat, one more time. I'm so happy we got Spelunky 2 on. This is
me too.
This is so entertaining.
Yeah, and Spelunky 1's been featured at GDQs before, but I don't think Spelunky 2's been at one yet.
Yeah, this is the first time Spelunky 2's been on anything, like any show, any events at all. Yeah, this is the first appearance right here.
Heck yeah.
And I think you're doing it justice.
There are definitely a lot of players. There are definitely a lot of players way better than me at this point. I think I was the 3rd or 4th person to do 799, and there's still not a lot of players that have done 799. It's still, you know, well under 25. Yeah, the top tier players of this game, I mean, like, you know, like you're used to seeing at GDQ, like any game, they're just so good now, you know. I might be screwed here, but we're gonna try it out.
I believe. All right, the chat is evenly split, almost exactly 50-50 on will this run make it or not.
I have faith. I'm so glad you guys still have faith after all these failed runs.
But it's okay this time. I believe Pooh's gonna give chat what they want.
Yeah, DT, Hectique, Twigglesoft, Lethal Frag, so many amazing players in the Spelunky 2 community. Poison type. I gotta give a shout out to Ivory. Ivory's, oh my God, Ivory's so good. Does not get the love he deserves. Xanagir, Xanagir is like, I like to call Xanagir like community mom, because Xanagir is the one who keeps the community together and keeps the events going and everything. If you're that person in the community, you have no idea how important you are to the community. You know, you are wildly important. The organizer is super important. So if you are that person, shout out to you.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of awesome people in the community, but forgot to mention one thing, and that is Grand Pooh Bear
Whatever.
running for this. Yeah, you're important too. Through this, we are showcasing you today, so
I am
give you an opportunity.
I am very, very lucky that so Derek Yu, who makes this, he watches Twitch from time to time, and he actually put a lot of streamers' names in the credits, and I'm very, very lucky to be one of those streamers that got to be in the credits. One of the few times I have cried adult man tears, for sure, because this is literally my favorite game of all time. Spelunky 1 was my favorite game, and then Spelunky 2 has surpassed it, you know what I mean, in every way. And to be in the credits of this game was a legit tear-jerking moment. I freaked out at it.
Because you had no idea at all.
No idea.
That was coming for you.
No idea. It was definitely a really, really, really cool moment
all right.
for me.
We've really quick. We've seen this before. I see that block.
We've seen it. I'm not gonna go near it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go near it this time. Yeah, and I'm definitely missing other people in the Spelunky 2 community. There's so many. I'm even a few months behind on the meta right now. Admittedly, there's just so many great players, and you should definitely check it out. They're even making a Spelunky 99 mod.
No.
I've seen working, yeah, where we can get 99 of us. There's a Kaizo hack. There's a bunch of different, mods and stuff for this game, but the Spelunky 99
as if the game wasn't hard enough already. You got a Kaizo version of this?
I can't imagine what the 99 is like. Oh, this is. Oh my goodness!
What happened there?
So you remember those bear traps that I was talking about hiding behind the those bear traps that talk about hiding behind the grass? Yeah, we you know what? Maybe we call it on that one. I think that might be a fine place to call it.
Yeah, as much as I would love to, sit here like all night, I'm sure I would enjoy watching like many more hours of this. We are definitely not the only show tonight. So, Pooh, well done. We got to, what was it, 6-3?
6-3, our very first run. That was the best run we had. And
yeah, so 6-3, we got to see a lot of the game, and
nowhere near what we wanted to,
Hey, no, but it was still fun to watch. Chat, let us know. Did you have fun tonight? Did you enjoy not just the Luminescent run, but as well as all this madness in Spelunky 2?
Yeah.
So I definitely had a good time watching and was super excited to have you on and showcase these games that, both of these actually we have not seen before, like on the GDQ channel. It was the first for both of these.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was super fun to do it. It's always really fun for me to bring something new to GDQ. That's something that I think about with all my runs. We always want to bring something new in the Mario community. So I just really appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate you, Fant. GDQ, I appreciate you. I always miss you, GDQ. I can't wait to see you in person, hopefully very, very soon. I miss you and everyone at GDQ. So yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I hope.
Yeah,
but we didn't actually get to see it. Yeah, like a couple minutes here left. We can talk about some things. World 7. What we saw most of World 6. What was waiting beyond the door?
So World 7 starts off with 4 more kind of normal levels, but very, very intense, like much crazier than World 6. And then after 7-4, 7-5, you get into a new dimension. And then what it does is it has a level that screen scrolls up and down and left and right. And you have to find 3 orbs, which make a jellyfish move out of the way of the exit. And then you have to get in there. It's wild. If you don't have a jetpack, it's extremely difficult. It's full of craziness. The very first time I went in there, I threw my bow. And then because the screen scrolls right to left, the bow came around and hit me in the back and killed me. It's wild to see. It completely kind of changes the game. And again, all those levels are random, so you have no idea where anything is. And it's very fun, very difficult, and very, you need a lot of concentration. It's very, very cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks again, Pooh, for joining us on the show.
Ivory on. He's in chat. Yeah, have Ivory on. He's in chat. He'll actually show it for you. You know.
I'll have to talk to him. Maybe
Yeah.
get the run back of Spelunky 2
Yeah, absolutely.
later on.
Absolutely. So
Yeah, I'd love to showcase this again at some point.
Real quick, I want to plug. You can follow me at Grand Pooh Bear, but like we all know that I've been on this before. I want to plug January 15th, live from Atlanta, Georgia. I will be commentating Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise, the first ever wrestling show put on Twitch by Twitch. It's a Twitch-sponsored wrestling show. It's going to be amazing. Some of the best names from AEW, Impact Wrestling, and the independent scene will be there. I will be commentating it. It's going to be awesome. So check that out. That is what I have to plug today. I'm so excited to plug that. So yeah, January 15th, live in Atlanta, Georgia, or live on twitch.tv/ZickyDice. You can find it. And tickets are still on sale right now if you want to come watch it live.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, as a big fan, like you've done it, like as a big fan of wrestling now, like commentating actual wrestling.
It's really fun for me to get to do it. It's actually really fun. I actually wore this shirt my very first solo GDQ run, this shirt that I'm wearing right here. So it's actually kind of special to me. And that I shouted out some wrestlers and then they tweeted me back and that kind of started my whole little journey into it. So thank you GDQ for that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, that about wraps it up for Game Masters today. One last thing, we're not done today. No. Although Game Masters is over, we're going to have the continuation right after this of Time Capsule, featuring the year 2000. We're going to be showcasing part 2 of Final Fantasy IX. So be sure to come see Amark go through the final half of FF9 right after the short break. Booth, thanks again.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Group 2 who's in chat. Another amazing Spelunky player. There's so many to count, so I just want to do it. Anyway, thanks. Have a good one.